everybody? It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Mike Epps.
What up?
What's up, son?
What's up, Envy? What's up, Charlamagne the Giza?
My man Epps. Mike ain't been here in a minute. When the last time you been here, Mike?
It been a minute, man. It been about a year, maybe about a year and something.
Because you used to do the show at the Garden every year. You don't do that no more?
I still do it. I still do the show at the Garden. You know how that is, man. I do it a little bit. I've been in the game so damn.
Yeah.
Mike was one of the first believers. Our first year on, Mike was one of the ones that came up here.
For real?
And he actually did a skit with us. Remember the skit? Mike was one of the ones that believed
when you
very
knock all
early.
the food out that person's hand.
Yeah.
Very early. Mike was one of those believers, man. We appreciate that.
Y'all when y'all first got on?
First got on.
Wow. How long was that? 20 years?
8 years.
They got old Mike, man.
8 years.
But I know
8 years.
Charlamagne. I remember I first seen Charlamagne at the Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams show,
That's
yeah.
where I first met you at. I'm like, who is this dude over here? And you was just sitting over in the corner talking crazy. I said, boy, that's a little shotgun right there.
I used to drink heavily back then.
You did. You was drunk. I can smell it in the studio.
Now, Mike, you got a lot going on. We're going to get to all of that, but let's just get to this shit. Let's get this out the way. What is the issue with Kevin Hart? Is there an issue?
This is the thing about that whole situation. This is a lifetime achievement for all of us. And I think that some of us, when we get success, we turn into the police.
Explain.
What you mean police?
It's just, you turn into the police where, where you have a platform where you can speak on things. Everybody loves a winner, and that's the thing about when you win and you don't know who really is on your side. They just riding for you because you winning. And if you have the platform over everybody else, it's easy for you to make everything look the way you want it to look. And we all are, look, they just took down the father of America.
Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm.
They took down the father of America. They took down Mr. Perfect.
But he was sexually assaulting women, though.
He was. They said he was or whatever, but, the reality of it is that, hey, they can get any of us, man, So, none of us is perfect. None of us is better than anyone. None of us was godfathered in the business. We all started off with nothing. Mm-hmm. Every last one of us. And, I'm a OG in the game. I've been in the business for 25 years. It's a lifetime achievement for me. And everybody tries to make it like, oh, y'all, you upset or you jealous or you bitter, this and that. Hey, man, I paved the way for all of them, too. Mm-hmm. I paved the way for that group of people. Just like Bernie Mac and them paved that way for me, I paved the way for that group of people. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens in the comedy business. We all teach each other.
Do you feel like Kev doesn't acknowledge you enough? Like doesn't pay homage, doesn't give you the respect for paving the way, or what is it?
Well, I don't think he owes me none of that. Nobody owes nobody respect. I just think that if you in a position of power, you can't be a gatekeeper, you can't be the police, you can't act like a victim every time. And people can have an opinion about you, just because you are the CEO of something or you have more than the next person, that doesn't mean that a person can't have an opinion about you. Everybody's not going to like you. And you can't be upset with everybody for not liking you, And if I'm in that kind of position, I don't have nothing to say. Like I'm gone. I don't do no interviews. Not with that kind of money and not with that kind of power unless there's something there that's, So
you don't think he's funny?
Hey, like I said, everybody has an opinion. There's people that don't think I'm funny. They go on the internet all day and tell me, you ain't funny, Mike, and I'm cool with it, I used to, when I was younger and I was sensitive, I'd go back on the internet and, where you at?
Right.
You know what I mean? Come to my show and get in the meet and greet. And when you get in the meet and greet, tell me you the dude, and I'm going to serve you right then. But, you know, as you grow older, man, everybody got an opinion. Everybody feel how they feel, you know.
It's a weird space to be in, though, when I guess you somebody like Kev, though, because you are at the top. People talk about you, and it's easy to say ignore it, but you're still a man at the end of the day.
That's right. But the reality of that is everybody do something to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody walking around here clean.
True.
Everybody talk about somebody. Everybody then did something to somebody.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you have the platform and you winning, it's easy to make everybody, hey, man, you know, like I said, I learned that from a kid. Everybody loves a winner. I don't care who you are. If you winning, you're going to have 1,000 people over there standing with you. If you losing, you're going to see exactly who's with you.
I guess it was one of those things where he didn't expect it from his quote-unquote peers. You know, coming from Instagram and people online, and that's cool. But when it comes to people that's in the business, that's grinding, that's trying to support his family, it was like I guess he felt it was kind of like a hate.
Well, you know, like I said, man, we all in the business. And I don't have no hate. I have everything I want in life. I own homes. I got some businesses. You know, I don't have that much money, but I'm rich, bitch.
You've had a very successful career, though, man.
Yeah,
and still moving.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand how somebody could say that my opinion is hate. My opinion is my opinion. I mean, and in the history of comedy, there's always been beefs. This ain't even no beef. This is, I mean, because if you think about it, we comedians. Like, who really, like, Cat Williams, all the stuff that everybody talk about, we doing. Our Cat is a star. Cat is, you could try to talk about him, talk about his habits or whatever they say he did. Everybody got some habits. Everybody did something. Everybody then had some this and that and that and this. That dude is a star. He's in one of my films that we just did called Meet the Blacks. Incredible. Funny, raw. You know what I mean?
Y'all doing a sequel to that too, right?
Yeah, we're doing a sequel to Meet the Blacks. And Cat Williams, he's hilarious.
Now, the reason I say I don't think, it's hard to say that you was hating because you actually gave an opinion. You said, I don't think Cav is funny. Mm-hmm. That's an opinion. Like Cat was just on some like everybody ugly and they only on because they ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not an opinion. That's just hate.
Don't you? I think your kids and Kev kids go to school together, right? And friends.
Yeah, they friends. Yeah. My daughters are Heaven and Mariah. That's what I'm saying,
what?
man.
See, that's
Come on,
crazy.
man.
What?
Y'all kids is friends?
Yes, their kids is friends.
But listen, y'all can listen to this show business. And I have to tell this to show business. Let me tell y'all something, man. If this is, I mean, if you go on, I don't never claim to be no tough guy, right? Mm-hmm. But if you go on the internet and see anything that I've ever did, I did it. And if I had a beef with somebody, I know how to catch you wherever I want to catch you. Anybody in the business.
I'll pull up on you at school, elementary school.
Wherever I want to, wherever I need to catch you at, I know how to catch whoever I need to catch and say, man, what's happening?
Parent-teacher conference, whatever.
Wherever. But listen here, man, I'm trying to get my money. I ain't, man. We comedians, what we gonna do? Pull up, there he is right there, roll the window down, and do a drive-by joke. Hey! Right, take off. You know what I'm saying? So it's all.
It gotta be play dates. Like you gotta drop your child off.
And y'all ain't never met up at school?
They ain't that awkward.
Hey, man.
Yo, Kev, I'm bringing the kids over. All right, F you, bitch. All right, F you, bitch. And then you drop the kids off. And how does that work?
Hey, man. Look. He been in my house for dinner. I ain't never been in his.
He ain't never invite you over?
He ain't never been. I come in the door. He sitting at my table like this. I ain't never been in his house for dinner.
This was recently?
No, before he got busy, before he got rich.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the reality of it is, man. You know.
So you want to see the new house, basically?
No, I ain't trying to. I got my own house.
Yeah.
I can buy my own house. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for anybody, you know, that's out there doing it, that's black, that's young, that's trying to come up. We all know how hard it is, man. And just when you think that you are a legend, they'll take it from you. They just showed an example of that. So My whole thing with this whole thing about speaking about all these comedians, because I ain't saying no names, don't get too cute. Do not get too cute in this business because they will knock you down. And they'll find a way to knock you down. So we all have to be humble with each other, thank each other, praise each other, give each other props, and make sure that we nourish each other, man, in some kind of way. And any kind of, all that old back and forth and stuff like that, all that stuff is entertainment. It's all straight fun. Ain't nobody Gary do nothing to nobody, not on no comedy.
So even when you comment on the Kev pick when he was boxing with Hollywood Hino and you said none of that work in a real fight.
It don't. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. Big dudes get beat up every day, and people who go box and work out get whooped in a fight because that's a fight. The adrenaline is going. You ain't got time to think about what you practiced yesterday. You fighting. But
people would take that as that, like, oh, so he's saying he want to fight.
He's saying that boxing means nothing.
No, man. Like, no. It's this the crazy thing about it is that I'm not allowed to play with nobody for some reason. If I say something to somebody, I'm like, hold up, man. I'm a comedian too. Y'all didn't forgot I'm a comedian.
Well, you smacked a couple of people and allegedly and punched a couple of people, you know.
But Envy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Those were people who
disrespected you.
Of course.
Yeah, it was in your personal space.
Yeah, somebody that puts, dude talking this, that, blah, blah. But for the most part,
Mike still talk like a drug dealer. Like, look, man, hey, man, look, you know where it was at.
He
blah,
was
blah, blah,
he deserved it.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because this is a snitch business. There's so many rats in this business. It is. These some. I mean, and we ain't nobody going to jail. It's just people telling, and that's the thing, man. But it's all love, man. It's all love. I just worked with Eddie Murphy on Dolomite, which was incredible.
We
man.
Seen those pictures.
Boy,
T.I. in that, Eddie in that.
Boy, to work with Eddie Murphy was crazy, man. Eddie Murphy is. I mean, you know what I mean? You when you know somebody, you see him on TV, but to stand there with them on the set with them, man, I'm talking about a fool.
Did you know him before that? I mean, you knew him, of course, but did you have a relationship with him?
No, not really. Just hey and there, hey there, But I don't try to get close to nobody. I keep it a working, relationship. But Eddie Murphy is hilarious, man. This movie's gonna be incredible. Dolomite.
How'd that role come about?
I heard he was doing it, and I called him.
You just called Eddie Murphy?
Called Eddie Murphy, got his number on your phone?
Just called him. You know what I mean? Eddie, what's up? Murph, I heard you doing it. He's like, yeah. And that was it. That's what I'm saying. And see, that right there, that's carte blanche. That's what you call, you know what I mean, carte blanche. That's what you call class. That's respect. I ain't never been in a man's face. I ain't never had nothing bad to say about him. So when I did want to get down with him and I called him, it was like, come on, And it wasn't no problem, it wasn't no, he looked out and we was gone, man.
You spoke on the black gatekeepers in Hollywood. Who are the black gatekeepers in Hollywood?
I mean, well, how Hollywood works to me is it hasn't changed from slavery days. Is that, if you give somebody an opportunity and have a platform to delegate situations in Hollywood, that's gatekeeping, And there's some good ones out there. It's some that'll open up the gate to say you go on the side of the door and I'll unlock the door. And there's some that stand there with most of the people in this business struggle to get in the business. So when they do get it and they get there at the gate, they a little mean. They like, no, not you, him, move, him. You stand there like, boy, I've been at this gate for 10 years trying to get in. And they said, come in. You run the gate now. Stand here at the gate. You let all the black people in that you want. That's how the business is. Because guess what? If one of them dudes is making $100 million and you go in an office and they bring my name up and you say, I'm through. I'm done. I don't have a job now.
So if so you saying if they're in the office and one of them executives say, "Yo, what about Mike Epps?" Like, I don't like Mike Epps.
I'm done.
Mm.
And I got talent too, and I'm trying to do that. But guess what? He's making the money for us. And whatever he say go, if he say that black dude over there ain't no good, he ain't no good.
Mm.
I can feel that. And when I be in the show, I be like, something ain't right about that, because people treat me like I screwed their wife. And I don't know, I ain't did nothing. I'm like, man, something ain't right. They ain't clicking to me. You know what I mean?
Why you say that problem with you? Like, why? Like, you still get great work.
Well, the work that I get it on my own. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference than having the business there for you. I don't have no friends, bro. I ain't got no Hollywood friends. Not one. Where I can say, I tell you like this, if I hit a Instagram, put a post up, ain't number street dudes on there retweeting mine. Real street soldiers. I don't have nobody in Hollywood. Oh, that's my man, and we went on a boat, and all of us, we family. All of that is fake, man. I'm not finna be fake with nobody like that. You either my friend or you not. I'll see you in passing, and we cool. But I can't use you to make people think that me and you are cool because you getting it, and I'm not. And now I done used you, and I'm up there now, and now people don't even see us together no more. I just can't play that game. You know what I mean?
Mike, you talk like a nigga who ain't eating, but you get so many roles.
How am I talking like I'm not eating?
No, I'm just saying you talk like you talk like these opportunities aren't being presented to you.
No, he's saying he get it on his own, and he said the opportunities he get on his own. He said nobody's opening that gate for him.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And like I said, in this business, in order to get to point A and point B, you have to go through some certain red tape. And like I said, there's guys standing there at the gate telling the people in Hollywood that that's not the guy.
Why do you think they telling them
I need to know who these niggas are. Who are these gatekeepers?
all the ones that get opportunities back to back to back that's rich 100 times, that's greedy, that won't get out the way, and look at you and treat you like they are a white man.
Why
do you think? Let's talk to you. Kevin Hart.
I don't say names. That's another thing, too. Let me tell y'all something here on this show right here, because this show right here is
I'm a snitch.
Hook.
Will Packer.
Let me tell you something about this show right here. If you say somebody's name, you just like him. You a rat. For now, I don't say no names.
So why don't you think they like you, though?
I didn't say they didn't like me.
Why don't you think they want to open a gate for you?
Hey, some people were born with it, and some people had to work with it. Mm-hmm. I was born with it. And when I say born with it, is that, I got something ain't none of them got. Just like they got something I ain't got. But whatever I got, hey.
I see. It's hard for me to believe the gatekeeper theory, because we watch somebody like Kev come up and then fall off and then get back on again. Uh-huh. Even like if you look at somebody like Tiffany Haddish and Rel, we see how long they've been grinding to get to where they are.
Right.
They didn't even want to give Tiff an audition for Girls Trip. Like, she had to fight for that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, who are these people that are just magically pressing buttons saying go?
I'm not saying that they magically pressing buttons, but like I said, they still had to go through a gatekeeper. There was a black person who said, I want her.
Okay.
I'm black. I have to convince the studio that this is somebody that I believe in.
So that would be Malcolm Lee or Will Packer.
Why do you believe in her? Because I have the platform. Mm-hmm. So whoever has the platform, that's who can call the shot. If any of them people right there go in a studio and tell them, Mike Epps, I don't want to work with Mike Epps is done. Until I get the strength and the platform and the money
position. Right?
That's right. Until I get that, it's not there. And I'm cool with it. I have my own gatekeeper position in my own life, my own position. But as far as Hollywood, I don't have one of those positions, And I have given people a lot of opportunities. And that's another thing, too. You can't put nobody on. They've been talking about putting people on. You can't put nobody on. You can offer an opportunity for somebody.
Yeah.
And if they take it and run with it, they own. But For every time you hear somebody talking about, oh, they put somebody on, or oh, they used me. Guess what? If they used you, you used them too.
People have said Ice Cube put you on. People have said that before.
And every time someone was put on in that genre, it was also helping that genre. It was also helping that film. It was also helping that.
Ice Cube needed Mike Epps as much as Mike Epps needed Ice Cube.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how that go. Because he could have went and picked somebody else, and the movie wouldn't have been what it was.
Yeah.
For people to come back and see it a third time.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a fair system. You know what I mean?
You've had gatekeepers open doors for you though. Like you think about the Richard Lee Daniels with the Richard Pryor biopic.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
No, that was all earned. I ain't had nobody gave me nothing. Everything that you seen me do, I had to audition for that, and I had to work for that. I come from a different era in comedy. When I was doing Next Friday After Next, we didn't have no Instagram. Mm-hmm. Instagram came, and I wasn't even on it. I was like, wow, So I come up from a different era. I come up from around here in New York, getting on the trains, going to Brooklyn, making $75, get off the train, go to Manhattan, make another $50, piecing my money together to pay my rent. This is the kind of comic I am. This is where I come from. These new comics, they don't know nothing about that. They can go on Instagram and become famous. I come from a different era, so my respect level for the comics it's just different.
So you just don't respect their grind, is basically what you're saying.
No, it's not that I don't respect it. It's kind of hard for me to understand a comic saying that, I'm this and I'm that and I work hard no, you don't. You have something that's a platform that even if you wasn't famous, you would have been famous off of that. So if you famous and you have a platform, which is called social media, who make people instant stars, and you got that together, woo, man, you a 500-pound gorilla.
You had the show at NBC too, Uncle Buck. Mm-hmm. Who opened that gate?
That was all earned.
So how come everybody else ain't earning their stuff? You the only one.
I didn't say they wasn't earning it.
You make it seem like everybody else is just being granted.
No, I'm speaking about. When I speak, Charlamagne, I speak about a group of people. I'm not speaking about everybody. Mm-hmm. Again, that's my opinion about a group of people. I'm not saying that they not earning it, but there's a fact in what I'm saying. There is gatekeepers that gatekeep the business. I'm not lying about that. That's in every business. Mm-hmm. Listeners, the ones who get up and go to work every day, you got a gatekeeper too. And don't you ever forget it. You're going to answer to somebody. And it might not be what you want it to be, That's the real deal.
Let's talk about the Richard Pryor movie for a little bit. There was a lot of people going for that role.
Yeah.
And you got it. Let's talk about that.
Well, the Richard Pryor movie is a movie that has been an ongoing conversation forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've been talking about doing a Richard Pryor movie since Damon Wayans. Mm-hmm. Okay? But the reality of it is that I play a better Mike Epps than I play anything. See what I'm saying? And I do. And if you met my daddy, no disrespect to Richard Pryor because I love him, he's a king, but if you met my daddy, you wouldn't even look at me as no Richard Pryor. That's the Richard Pryor to me, Tommy Epps. That's a real one to me. But the project in itself, I had to earn that. I auditioned for that 100 times. We all know how hardcore Lee Daniels is. He made me and Marlon Wayans and a whole bunch of man, I was going in that building and watching the other comics come out. We looking at each other in the face. I said, oh, that's cold. I went straight up in there and I beat everybody out for that role. You know what I mean? And there's other roles that I won't get because they just not for me. Mm-hmm. But that one was tailored for me.
We saw you post a pic the other day where you was next to the Richard Pryor poster.
Yeah.
Wait, was that on set or something?
No, that was just a poster. And I was just showing the people the similarities of, who I think me and Richard might be,
That movie not happening, is it?
Hey, man, I doubt it, and I really do. I really do. And like I said, if I wasn't a great Mike Epps, it would have destroyed me. because that was the king. And they hyped me up. They told everybody, Mike, everywhere I go, people asking me about Richard Pryor. I'm saying, okay, while y'all waiting, enjoy me. Because I'm the modern day of who you trying to look for. Mm-hmm. Out of all of them, I know that. I'm the modern day of that. You know what I mean? That's my position. We got modern day everythings. We got modern day Bill Cosby's.
Damn, who are those people?
You know them. We got we got modern day everything. Whatever you've seen in the past, we got it now, right in front of us. You know, different versions of that.
Now, you also said Black Hollywood has no power in this business. You feel like that with all the black creators and executives out here? You still feel that way?
Well, Charlamagne, I only said that because they build us up and tear us down. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why I said that. I only said that because if you can build a mountain, they will find any kind of reason to tear it down. So how could you say that we really in power? You know, and I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, I thought about something about life. I said, you really don't own nothing in this life. You don't own, this is a rented life. You hear me? Rented.
Break that down for us.
The money, what you got in your pocket right now is what you own. You go to the morgue, they'll put that in a property bag and give that to your family. That means the money in the bank is a number on a piece of paper. Now, perfect example, when that stuff happened down in Houston, it was millionaires in that water with them poor people. The bank is closed, suckers. When the bank is closed, we even.
That's real.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody better than nobody on this earth. You can't take it with you. That's right. You see what I'm saying? And see, that's the thing about it is that you cannot ride with that in your head. You got to understand that. Guess what? We all are equal, and that go for racism. Racism too. White people not liking black people not like. We all die in the end. Ain't that a cold contract? I went a whole lifetime not liking another race and died just like the other race. Mm-hmm. Sound like equality to me. Now, if I find out another race outlived another race, I'm prejudiced against them.
Yeah, can you survive these natural disasters? Yeah. Does your skin color help you survive this earthquake?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's where I'm at with it, you know.
I feel like you kind of fed up with the business, but you're not. Like you hate the business, but you love the people, the people, like the regular everyday people,
and loves the art.
Yeah, and I love the art. And no, I'm not frustrated with the business. The business is it is what it is, and you put as much of it as you put into it, and I don't think that I work as hard as I could. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I push myself like I could. I don't do the things that everybody do to make it. I had to sit down and think about it. I don't want it like that. Because you see how I think, right? How I break down life, how I break down money, how I break down friends, how I break down fame. Once I broke it down in my head and put where I came from, and that I came from nothing, kind of lost the desire, because I kept thinking to myself, okay, what am I going to get $100 million and do what? Oh, I'm about to be standing in the room with a dude over there with $200 in his pocket. Still, I can't buy people. I can't buy, all I can buy is cars and shoes, a bigger house, more cars, and I want some more ass kissers. This is what rich do. This is what money is. If you really break it down, there's nothing you can really do with it. You're just stacking it up to give it to somebody. Because if something happened to you, you're not taking it with you. So once I start thinking like that, the desire for me to chase in this business and compete went away.
I feel
I'm
that.
like, I enjoy I said, you know what? I'm going to just enjoy being a comic. Because at the end of the day, that's really the only happiness that I get. That's just like this right here.
Yeah.
If you think about it, let them take away this part of it and say, Envy, y'all can still have the money and the stuff. You'll be like, it don't even feel right.
You're right.
I like the radio part of my life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That goes with the money
Yeah.
and the fame. I got to have the art with it, man, you know.
I like creating. I like doing radio. I like doing my podcast. I like writing books, things that I can control. But I feel you when you say you get this money and then you got all these ass kisses around you. If you're a real person, that shit'll drive you crazy knowing everybody being fake with you.
Wee.
You don't know who being real with you about nothing.
I
It
know.
makes you push everybody away, and you don't trust nobody.
It don't. And you got to know that when you on top, ain't nobody, like I said, and I learned this from the streets watching kingpins and drug dealers and all that stuff ride through the hood. And everybody, man, when they get busted, you ought to see the people running. You ought to see the yard sales. You ought to see the bitches, the groupies, the snitches. I mean, I learned that in the streets. And when I got in show business, I said, it ain't no difference. Lose and watch how many people standing there with you. Everybody loves a winner, you know. And some of them little dudes, they been the butt of people's jokes and all that stuff like that, man. So I'm cool, man. The number one thing that I have in this business that I love is I have respect. People respect me. I don't want your money. I'll take a little action on the fame side because, you know, I do like it. Would you like to buy a Casio watch?
I thought you still had a beeper. I was like, why you still got a beeper? Why you still got this old ass Casio,
I'm selling
Mike?
a Casio watch, $11.
Get out of here, man.
Mike be doing shit just to stay real.
You don't see that Casio right there?
Mike be doing shit just to stay grounded.
You might want to buy a Casio watch.
What else is Mike Epps working on, man? This guy.
Hey, man, I'm doing a movie.
Mike, why do you got that watch, first of all?
I was just in Amsterdam and I bought this from an African.
Man, Mike stole that from somebody just to stay grounded. You just stole that before you walked in there. When you stole that, you pickpocketed last night or this morning.
Hey, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm in show business and I still got all my hood skills. I know how to steal,
My goodness.
steal, sell. I know how to do all the stuff.
You seem like you're preparing for that, though. I saw it when you put on Instagram. If they take all this shit away, I still know how to sell some dope if I need to be. If I need to.
Hey, hold up now. I know the fans look at the Breakfast Club. Hey, no, but you know what, Envy? I'm producing a lot of movies. I'm producing a movie that's coming out October the 26th called Love Jack. I executive producer. It's got Marla Gibbs in it. Keith David. Mm-hmm. I'm producing a lot of movies. I'm also producing Nasty as They Want to Be. Mm-hmm. Story of Luke Skywalker.
Hey,
2 Live Crew.
Okay, I ain't know that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
We had Luke up here a couple weeks ago, and I was telling Luke, like, Luke, I know we in the Me Too Time's Up movement, but if you can't make the movie the way you want to make it, don't do it, man. That era was just too. It was raunchy.
It was what it was.
It was what it was, man. It was
Yeah.
the 90s. We knew that was a different climate.
And people appreciate that. People are going to appreciate watching. See, that's the thing about Luke is that not only was he nasty as he want to be, but he beat the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Yep.
The reason people have freedom of speech on them albums is because of Uncle Luke.
And they don't even know that.
No,
Mike.
the parental advisory sticker is on them albums because of Uncle Luke.
Uncle
Absolutely.
Boy, I'm telling you, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're going to let y'all make that movie the way that it can be. It should be made, though.
Yeah, we got one of the biggest producers in Hollywood, Marty Bowman, producing it. And, yeah, we going to shoot that movie the right way, man. I brought this project. I came to Luke. I'd seen Luke one time in Miami about 5 years ago, and hey, Mike, man, I'm trying to get my movie made, and, I don't know too many Hollywood shakers and bakers. I said, I'm going to go out there and put it together. I went and found one of the biggest producers, me and my guy, Niles Kirshner, and we found it, and we went to Luke, told Luke, hey, man, this is a guy, put you with a writer. We wrote, got his book, put him with the producer. Now the movie is about ready to go.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm producing. I'm doing so many different things, man. It's crazy. I'm producing another movie with Will Smith called 40 Acres and a Mule. 40 Acres.
Really? What's it about? Slavery?
It is. It's about exactly what I was just talking about.
How we didn't get off 40
Black
Acres and a Mule.
gatekeeping and just gatekeeping in general. This movie is going to be incredible. It's going to touch people in a way, And it's always shedding a light on our race and our people.
Mike, you a gatekeeper, bro. Whether you want to believe it or
I'm
not.
a good one though.
Okay.
I'm a gatekeeper that never forgot that I was behind the gate.
Right.
I put it to you that way. I ain't a gatekeeper standing there like I was born at this gate.
Right.
No, I was so I'm like, go to the side door. Because if they see me let you in this door, they don't, go to the side door. I got a side door on the gate, and sometimes I'm able to let people in and sometimes I'm not.
Do you even think with the internet now, do you think that there really is still gatekeepers? Because you got these kids getting in through these non-traditional ways. You can't control that. Just like with rap, even just like with comedy, DC Young Fly was coming regardless. Just Hilarious was coming regardless.
Yeah, well, that's just getting to a point. That ain't none of that stuff. Respect. The ultimate business is show business. I mean, is the movie game, and that's what I'm talking about. The gatekeeping, all of that stuff up under that. Hey, man. Do those big execs really know who these Instagram people is? No.
Well, Just Hilarious is on the Rail show on Fox.
Yeah.
And DC in movies and TV and stuff like that.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. But again, there's levels of the game, man. There's levels of the business that where the gatekeepers is at. And you get on their radar and you don't get on the radar. But that's where that's at.
And you use social media to your advantage now too. People
course.
like going to your page and
you
they
have
do.
to.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I didn't say nothing was wrong with it. I said that I come up at a time where I didn't have it to use. I had to get on it. That's just the way it is. I had to get on it and sell what I have, and sell my product. That's what I have to do, But at the end of the day, fellas, I got love for all the guys in the business. I'm watching how they tearing us down right now. Mm-hmm. They got Suge Knight locked up. They got Bill Cosby locked up.
Those are not good examples, though.
Well,
I feel you, but Suge killed somebody and Bill's
and
accused
we seen the video
rape.
of him running.
Yeah, you see the video of Suge running somebody.
I know, but I mean, at the end of the day, they still are people. Right. You know what I'm saying? They still are people. Them two dudes is locked up. Weinstein ain't in jail.
Right.
The other guy ain't in jail.
That is true.
It's a bunch of guys that ain't in jail. That's not of color, and that's all I'm saying. And if there's no way that we can ignore that, that is direct. That's some real shit. That's some real shit. Whether they did it or not, we sitting over there looking at somebody else that did some shit that ain't in jail. Bill Cosby up in there right now. I mean, Mr. Perfect. See, that was my thing. Mm-hmm. Mr. Perfect. I dare you play Mr. Perfect. And we know you ain't perfect. This business, I dare somebody act like they perfect. You better get on out of here. The way they smashing us, and everybody got dirt. Everybody got dirt. They just ain't got told on yet. That's the truth.
Well, the police coming, Mike.
Man, everybody sitting around twiddling their thumbs saying, when they coming for me? Because that's the truth. Ain't nobody walking around here. But you can't go get money and get rich and have your little coffee and play and start talking about people's drug habits and you can't do that, man. You can't do that. You talking about your cousin in front of them people with a pocket full of money. You sitting there with a pocket full of money looking at that dude saying, he fell off. He ain't nothing. Look at you on drugs. He lost his spot. You crazy ass boy.
Why you sound like Uncle Ice and Paid in Full talking about Mitch? You coming in with a pocket full of money, won't even give your mama none.
You know what I'm saying? Pocket full of money.
I can't wait for the next parent-teacher conference, man.
Huh?
I can't wait for the next parent-teacher conference.
Because everybody know who you're talking about, but why can't we all? Can we all get together? Can we all have a big family reunion?
We don't. My kids don't go to no schools with nobody no more. So the reality of that is that I'm here to tell everybody that I have everything I want, and I just named off all my projects, and just because I have an opinion does not mean that I'm hating on you. That was my opinion. You cannot get mad at me because I had an opinion. That was my opinion. You know? And if you got upset that bad and you had all of that stuff to say, that means you've been had all of that to say.
I will say, though, Kev don't act perfect. I mean, he's admitted to cheating on his wife and all of that kind of stuff.
And his stuff, his DUIs and all that,
Yeah, he's admitted to the DUIs and stuff like that.
That's cool. That's cool, you know. But, I mean, it's hard to tell, fellas, you know. If I'm standing on a porch and I got 100 birds and I got 100 kilos, you know, everybody going to be on my side. And if I'm standing down there and I got an 8-ball in my pocket, the dude with the 8-ball better not say nothing. He better not do nothing. He better not flinch wrong, or you're out of here. Why? Because I got 100 kilos on the porch. Both y'all can keep ignoring that. You know it's real. If I got more, I can control.
That's true.
And act like I didn't do it.
I see what you said.
I know how to act like, oh, he's messing with me. Oh, look at him, they messing with me. They do that all day. Look. He hurt me. Oh. And you ain't did nothing. You just think, get him out of here. He's hurting him. He's hurting the man with all that money. Get him out of here. That's what they do.
So you saying that's what's happening behind the scenes in Hollywood?
All day.
Okay, now I see what's going on.
All day.
All right.
All day. And it's plain to see that, man. You know what I mean? So what I do is, how I beat that is I don't want what you want, sir. Because I got everything I want.
T.I. was here the other day. He said that you can get too big. You think you can get too big in this game?
Yeah. You can. Because you lose. Somebody has to literally set you down and tell you that. I mean, there's no way that that can't happen to you if you get a certain amount of fame, certain amount of money. People look up to you. People kiss your ass. People tell you you're great. You know, you're great. Everything you talk about is that you're great. You have to be careful with that. We all do, you know. I do mine. I ride my wave, man. I got so much success and so much fame and so many things going on, but I don't wear it on my sleeve because some people can do it and some people can't. If I went around and bragged like that, man, I'd be in shootout. People be doing all kinds of stuff to me. It just don't look right coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And who I am.
Right. Especially when you still pickpocketing.
6 foot, yeah, pickpocketing. You know what I mean? 6 foot with curly hair. You know what I mean?
Well, we appreciate you for joining us this morning.
Oh, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all the truth. I watch y'all all the time. Y'all the truth. Y'all bring the truth out of all these suckers, man.
I fuck with Mike. That's why I would love to see all of y'all just come together one day, man. And just really do this for black people. It could happen. Especially black comics.
We done already came together. Everybody you talked about, I've worked with them already. Mm-hmm. We already worked together. We just have to stop using each other to come up off of each other because all of that stuff is playing, you know, people doing interviews when their projects is coming out and attacking people. It's like, come on, I can see that coming from a mile away. Now you upset and you the cops. You upset with people because you got a movie coming out, so you got something to say. We can't do that, man. How much more do you want? Now, if I got $100 million and I'm still knocking you down, that mean I don't want you in the business. Because if I had that much money and I don't care who it was, I'd be like, come on, let's play, dog. Let me give you some money. That's going to make good film.
I feel you.
I'm not afraid of you. I've already made it. I got $100 million. Everybody kiss my ass. I can't do nothing wrong. I'm going to go grab my haters. I'm going to go grab you because guess what? I know you struggling. I don't care what you said, Cat. You my brother. Come on, I got $100 million. There you go, Cat. Get Cat $10 million. Come on, let's rock. That's a real nigga.
So if you got $100 million, you supposed to just let people talk shit about you? I don't think that's the way that works.
That's how it works. Well, it depends on who you are. I know you only attacking me because you trying to get on. You trying to get on. You trying to get on. If I'm getting it and you attack me and I got $100 million, I'm smart enough to know this nigga trying to get some money.
Now, hold on. By your logic, then that means you and Cat just trying to get on. But y'all already on. So what's
No. I'm saying that's how somebody would think. That's how they should, to me. That's what I would think, you know. I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking, you know. My name came up on some bullshit, and that's real. And I sit there and watch the interview. You asked him 3 times, and you still didn't say it right because he knew that wasn't right. Still couldn't sit there and say, yeah, Mike Epps. Because, come on, man. You sitting in my house eating, sir.
So it's a lot of stuff we don't see, basically. Because from what we see on the outside, it's like Mike Epps will talk shit about Kev. Kev won't say nothing. Mike will talk shit about Kev. Kev still won't say nothing. Then eventually Kev say something. And then now Mike act like, Kev, why you saying something?
No, it ain't. It was never personal. Lil Duval, we all of us, it ain't none of that never personal, man. It's all jokes. But when you start talking about a person's drug habits and their welfare of being and their money and, oh, you don't have no money and you ain't, it's like, he's saying, that get personal
he's
then.
Saying it's jokes until it goes too far.
Now
like, if we going to talk about each other, let's talk about each other.
Yeah, we talk about.
But don't talk about my mama. That's
no, don't start talking about that you got more than me. When I seen you sitting there begging and struggling too, it's hard for me to watch somebody. We both was in the Holocaust. Or we both was in slavery, and then you got over here and you standing up there on the porch and you looking at me like I ain't shit. I can't let you do that, punk. I don't care how much you got and who you standing with. Let me remind you, we both came over here on that ship, so am I lying?
No, you right.
I'm going to look at you straight in the face with 1 million people around you and like, you don't remember we was on that ship together? You got off and you said that to me? Man, you supposed to be throwing something over there. I would have threw it back. But you supposed to throw something over there at me.
I guess, I guess it's different because we look at it differently.
Why would you throw it back?
Throw that shit back, man. You ain't finna use that on me.
We appreciate you joining us. We look at it different because we look at Kev from a different angle of him helping all these other people, but you guys have a different relationship.
Kev helps a lot of people. We can't sit there and act like Kev doesn't help a lot of people.
You know what I mean? But you guys have a different relationship, so I guess it's coming from a different place. But
I help a lot of people,
we understand.
too.
Both of y'all do.
Both of y'all do, yeah.
I help a lot of people, too.
But
It's okay. Y'all ain't got to be friends.
But we thank you for joining us, man. And thank
Hey,
you for
man,
coming
come
through,
on, man. This is the station right here that you could come on here. I mean, I done heard it all right here, all 3 of you. I done heard all 3 of you on here. I done heard it all on Breakfast Club.
Don't be a stranger, Mike,
Thank you, Mike, man.
Come on, man.
More often.
Make sure y'all check me out. I got a worldwide tour coming up right now, and I'm gonna be in Greensboro, North Carolina on Sunday. I'll be in Atlantic City on Sunday. I'll be in Greensboro tonight. If I
this ain't live.
Huh?
This ain't live.
That's okay.
Oh.
When y'all hear this, y'all make sure when I'm in your town,
You come through.
come get with your man and get down.
There
Get
we
it?
And when Meet the Blacks 2 coming?
Meet the Blacks 2 is coming next 2019, Martin Luther King. This is a Mike Epps film now. I own this.
Man, you a gatekeeper, man. Stop it, Mike.
I'm an owner.
Yes, you are.
I'm an owner of my work.
There you go.
I own my stand-up comedies. I own my work. You know what I mean?
All right.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Damn right I am.
Did you sell 2.4 million in tickets on your last tour?
I don't care nothing about none
Stop
of
it,
that.
Dad. Stop it.
I'm 6 foot, 180.
My goodness. It's the Breakfast Club.
By that.
It's Mike Epps.